So I wake up, and the very first thing I do is I check Twitter. Like any other millennial out there, that's the first thing I do. Before I even had my coffee, I check Twitter. And what I find out is that Yugi Muto gameplay dropped. And it's not a joke. To be clear, as a massive Yugi Muto fan, and as the character that I am looking to main in this game, you can imagine that this was like a code red situation. I had to immediately go watch this, because I've had this theory for a while. We already know all of Yugi Muto's moves. Well, we already knew them, we just didn't know how they all came together. Here's a sheet of all the moves that we knew about, and then here was my theory-crafted moveset with those moves. I came to this conclusion because of the generic name of some of the attacks, and it made it sound like you were going to be able to switch between Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl and use those same attacks, and that's why they were all so generically named, so they didn't just tie themselves to Dark Magician. However, it turns out this is not the case, and Dark Magician Girl Summon is just Spellbinding Circle. You have no idea how upset I was to find that out. Oh my god, why is Spellbinding Circle called Summon Dark Magician Girl? I'm so upset! This is not a deal breaker for me. You guys know how much I want to play Yugi Muto in this game, but Yugi Muto had the potential to have one of the most unique movesets in the entire game, and really the most unique move he has now is Draw Card. And that's it. For those who don't know, draw card is like a random effect, and it just draws one of the 3 cards and then it activates. It's basically 3 special moves in one. It's a cool move and I like it because it does set him apart from the rest of the characters, but he had the potential to be a crazy stance switching character, switching between Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician, one being a rushdown character and the other one being a much more slow-paced, grounded character. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like this is going to be the case. In fact, I can confirm it's not the case. And while it is a big letdown for me, Yugi Muto is still the character I'm hoping to main, although before, with the Dark Magician Girl, Dark Magician thing that I was assuming was going on with the moveset, when I thought you could switch between each of them, Yugi Muto was definitely going to be my main. It didn't matter what happened, Yugi Muto was definitely my main. However, with these recent turn of events, I think there's a pretty decent chance, when I say pretty decent, I don't mean like 80%, I mean like 20%, of me dropping this character and picking up someone else, just because there are so many awesome characters in this game, and even though I love Yugi Muto to death, there's characters like Deku, there's characters like Asta, there's characters like Yusuke, whose moveset's really cool, there's characters like Gaara, Sasuke, Vegeta, whose moveset is probably one of my favorites in the entire game, although I'll probably just put his moveset on my CAC. People are looking upset about this roster, but I have to say, I'm having a real hard time picking a team of 3. There are so many characters I want to play. All this gameplay that I've been showing on screen, all the screenshots, they come from IGN. That's why I've been showing screenshots and not actual gameplay footage, because IGN is terrifying. They showed off some Gaara gameplay. He's got some cool strings. Honestly, I might just play Gaara. Oh, and another thing that came out of the IGN gameplay, Sanji just kind of throws hearts at women, and it doesn't deal any damage. It literally doesn't do anything. The only advantage of throwing out the hearts, instead of just switching character, is that it hit stuns the enemy. That's it. So, I'm certainly never playing Sanji. That was about it. I don't want to go in depth with all the IGN gameplay, because that's not really what I'm about. I don't really talk about gameplay that way, or at least not very much. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description for both of the IGN videos. I want to thank you so much for watching the video. If you could leave a like on it, it helps other people find it. Subscribe to keep up to date with future content. My name is Bilbsy, and I will see you in the next video.